Level up.
Level up. Level up.
Level up. Level up. Level up. Oh. Hey guys. I have not been feeling good today. This morning I actually woke up in terrible night sweats. It was really, really bad. But then I was like, no, just go to bed. Just go back to bed. It'll get better. It got worse. I had to change out my entire sheets and clothing. It is insane how much a person can sweat throughout the night. But I am thirsty. I need to drink. Speaking of sweating, like getting rid of all my hydration. Okay, let's turn the TV on. What do you say? Goodbye.
Goodbye.
The receiver says, goodbye. Nice to know you.
Soundbar.
Soundbar, yes.
That too.
That's what I meant. I'm gonna put on Spotify so we can listen to some tones. But yeah, I didn't feel good. I woke up and everything hurt. It was just really painful and kind of freaking sucked. And Jason's like, I don't want to start a fight, but like, when you can't do something, it's irritating to see you try and you can't because you physically are in so much pain. You need to stop. Just do the 3 things
that I pay you to do.
That I just need you to do. And I'm like, no, that's not a fight because you want something, you want better for me, you know? Sorry, I couldn't get the soundbar on. Now that we got some chill tunes going on, lo-fi hip-hop, if you will.
I won't.
I won't, he says. Alright, I'm gonna take a hit. Do you want me to wait for you?
You want to eat some of this corn on the cob?
No. Jason's unrolling a giant sausage. That's not even sausage, sorry, that's pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
Woo! Now we need to grind weed. Man, that last one's kicking my butt. Woo! So much better. My friends, I hope you guys are having a beautiful fucking day. I'm dying. Now my ear is ringing. This is fun. That was a lie. This is not fun. Or enjoyable. Whew. Right. We are going to be smoking on some Furious George. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, Furious George. And it's rated at 19.56. Just gonna put it on here, and then I have
Sadie.
my little bucket. Sadie.
Chew it.
Daddy didn't get it.
Nope, she choked. She swallowed it whole.
Daddy didn't get one, Zoe says. Ooh, this smells like it is going to be a attack of the throat. Okay. Whew. Now that you smoke the weed, do you feel like it's grinded too thin?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah.
I think he's lying to me, guys.
No, I don't think we should be cut ice.
All right, we have the first. We have the first. What is this? 7.3 grams. And I think what I need to do is I need to shimmy it down. I think that's what Jason did.
Yeah.
Just keep shimmying it and watch out for this corner.
Oh, great idea.
Just lift this tray and then tip it all over into this corner.
Oh wow, that's a lot. Perfect. All right. Now what do I do with it? Put it in the other one.
Shake it again.
Okay. And we do have a second one. Hold on.
Second what? Tray?
Yeah, that I could put this in, the weed.
Oh.
Okay. So it has a little scooper. But I guess it is kind of nice that it gets the stems too, and like the weeds that didn't grind, you know.
Yeah. That'd be cool if we got one of those little vibrating tables, so you could just set it on top.
Oh yeah, and it
would
just
help with
vibrates.
your joints too.
It's true. It would. It definitely would help me do joints, but I don't roll joints that often. For some reason,
Cones, whatever.
Cones,
whatever.
joints, whatever it may be. I just I don't know. I like smoking through a bong. I feel like it's more filtered. Kind of like with your pinky up when you drink versus with it not up. I don't know. No, that's a lie. Because with your pinky up, that does nothing. However, smoking through a bong versus a joint, I think we can all attest that it's so much smoother out of a bong.
Well, because it has the type of filtration.
Yeah. Alright, I think this guy's done. On to the next. Perfecto! It's doing so well. Like, so much better than I thought it would. It went into the trash can and went out. Jason's like, no, it didn't.
Didn't. Just making it up, guys.
Perfecto! Little fucker got stuck up in there. No weed left behind, guys. That's the key here. No weed left behind. So wait, am I supposed to post this? I don't know. Or just keep going, you know?
Oh, with how ground up you do it.
This is the best way to grind weed. The old-fashioned way. Yeah, I said old-fashioned. The old-fashioned way
Sucked ass.
sucked ass, and that was with a grinder. Or like even older-fashioned way was with no grinder.
How much weed you smoke?
Yeah,
You would just be grinding non-stop.
yeah.
I feel like everyone should have a wagon.
I feel like everybody should. Who smokes weed, everybody should have a wagon.
It should just like be the standard.
Yeah,
You know, like rolling papers or lighters or grinders in general.
yeah. Grinders are so needed. I remember when we first started smoking, we didn't grind any of our weed.
Yeah.
We just smoked the nug, and that was not the way to go about it.
It wasn't that bad. Which didn't work well
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, it did not work very well. And we used to get high off of that. Can't believe it.
Huff paint?
Not huffing paint.
Oh.
No paint was huffed. Jason's like, not on my part.
Not that you know of.
All right.
You ever wonder why we bought so many gallons and buckets of paint?
Good evening, Terry. How are you? Nice to see you again. Today like a couple days ago, we sent an email to the landlord of my business and said, hey, we'd like to put out a second sign. We noticed that another sign in the area has like towed. Can we put that also so people will stop parking in our spot? And he comes in today and says that he'll call us
About that email.
about that email. And then he calls me, and the first thing I'm told, that the email I sent 2 days ago, I haven't even looked at it. However, that's not the issue. Wouldn't that be funny if that was the issue? No, that's not the issue. Apparently another shop in the center is still having issues with just us and is reporting those issues every single day to my landlord. And when I try to say, hey, this is not what's happening, I'm being told I'm emotional. So today, I recorded the call because, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. I got a bad memory. And I took every emotion out of my voice, all in all, completely, so that he couldn't say I was being emotional. And he was talking about how our next door, or one of our neighbors, is having issues with where we're putting our sign. And he asked if I could move our sign. And I was like, I can definitely do that, but I need you to promise me 2 things. Those 2 things are, they won't put their sign in front of my business, so people don't think their sign is a part of my business. That seems reasonable. I lease this space, which is way bigger. And 2, I need to be left alone. After this, it is solved.
No more.
No more. No more talking about the flags, talking about, the A-frame. I need you to guarantee me that that's not going to happen. And he says, I can't do that. I can't promise anything on anybody else. But here's the thing. I'm explaining my side, and my landlord tells me that's the same thing that these neighbors are telling him. And I was like, wait, so I got video evidence. You want to see that? He didn't bring up the video evidence, but he just brought that it's a big issue and that he just wants everybody to make money. And I brought how much our bottom line was last year, brought up, and he was like, wow, that is really good.
For a first year business.
Really, really good. And was then told that he has no idea what he's going to do about this. So I was said, the thing that you can do is something that I have mentioned prior. Hello, friend. Good, how are you? The thing that you could do is something I mentioned prior, is you can be the mediator and we can meet and solve this. Once and for all, we'll be done with it.
Let's just hash it out.
Let's just hash it out. And he told me, yeah, we'll do it. So today, so I could get it in writing, I texted him saying, hey, let me know when that date and time works best so we can meet. I'm willing whenever. I'm completely open. We want to get this issue solved because obviously what we have been doing is ignoring this business and any employees or any customers or anything like that, we look the other way. And that hasn't been working. And I just don't know what to do when somebody's slandering about me daily to my landlord. Like, what the I also brought up, I haven't contacted you regarding them, correct? I've not brought up a single thing because I have been ignoring those people. And he was like, yeah, you have. But at this point, I want to go take her to the back and fucking drop kick her in the face. I just don't know what to do to solve an issue. Looking the other way when customers mention something, maybe the customer are too tired of not being listened to. No. So it's not our customers. 1000% not our customers. It's the other business's customers. We try to ignore them in every shape or form that somebody could construe in any kind of
Like,
way.
we legitimately look the other direction. We turn our heads to look away, so we are not tempted. We don't worry about them. We don't. As soon as we know that they're in the vicinity, we look away until we're sure that they're gone.
So, with that being said, that seems pretty reasonable that somebody would just completely ignore you and the problem should be solved. But that's not how it is for somebody who wants problems in their entire life. And that's all they want is a problem. And I don't know what the fuck to do.
It is a complete fiasco.
It's literally a conundrum. Not aware of the situation you just got here, but it sounds like, yes, 1000% the biggest fiasco you've freaking ever heard of. Somebody
Over a year in the making.
Over a year, one of our neighbors, I own a business, and at that business, it's in a shopping center, and one of the shopping center business owners has harassed me, which is the proper word because it's been over a year, harassed us for doing nothing. And I just don't, both of us in our heads are like, what the fuck could this be about? I even asked my landlord, and he told me it's about a freaking baby sign that's in front of my business. Because they think it looks tacky. That's what it's down to. They think it looks tacky to them, and they think it should not be there.
They don't even have a sign in the building.
So, quick question. When you're around a child, and a child is having the biggest temper tantrum, to get them to shut up
Shut the fuck up.
and make sure they never do it again, do you give them the toy? Or do you make them learn their lesson?
Oops, look what you've done.
I would think option 2, making them learn their lesson, would be great.
You're grounded.
But at this point, it's come down to, I told my landlord that if they cannot figure this out, if we can't get this figured out in mediation, there will be a cease and desist letter. I'm done. I don't know what to tell you. One thing I'll tell you is if someone is actively looking for problems and live for it, my advice is although it may not seem like sorry.
Yeah, I wish that the problem would solve itself.
Kind of problems. Oh, I got it. Tend to solve themselves. So I 1000% thought that they would be willing to solve itself, but we've been open a year and 3 months, and this has been going on a year and 6 months. So if that explains anything, this feud started for no reason. I'd send them I'd send them to their mamas, lol. Terry, you said that you were on the road, could have drove to Denver. Hopefully you didn't drive to Denver. Hopefully. Wait, I missed one. I'm bad with kids. I don't want to be a father yet, but I'm not ready for kids. But I think I should be a mixture of distracting them with something while teaching them a lesson you want to teach them, you know what? Maybe I find something to distract them with to teach them a lesson.
We had that tanning.
That's true. We tried that. Damn!
Yeah, tanning caused a whole bunch of problems with them. So
Yeah. But yeah, we're not bad with kids. We know that we don't want them.
we're good with kids. We just don't want our own.
Yeah. The way it will solve itself is eventually that person will create a problem they can't create out of. And they will realize they can't keep starting problems for no reason, or they are done.
That would require the landlord to actually do something. Because for over a year, he's done absolutely nothing about it besides tell us that, oh, he had a big stern talking to with her.
Because she flipped me off. You want to know why? I waved at her. She was giving me the nastiest look. So I was like, I don't know what you want from me. Hi. And then she went like this, and I have it on camera. Don't worry. I have it on camera.
In front of our customers.
In front of my customer. How fucked up are you to create a problem that's not there? Like, they're creating problems that are no big deal. Like, you and me could solve a problem, but how do you solve a problem with somebody who wants that? Who wants to be right? Maybe because their business isn't thriving? I don't know what it could be. I'm gonna shake this one more time. Like, for example, if you don't want your kids to hit you for no reason, distract them by pretending to be your usual self, but then teach them a lesson by offering them a fun opportunity that will result in getting hit themselves. And when they realize they don't like that, they should think twice before repeating the mistake. I have an idea. If they want to create a lingering problem, then create a fight. Then create a problem to fight the problem. Okay, so Jason and I have this thing. The A-frame is ugly. They don't like the way it looks. And they don't like that we thought of flags. So they called the city on us. No, sorry. Correction. They called the landlord on us when he didn't do something that they thought was appropriate because he couldn't. It was all legal. They called the city on us multiple times. How do you have a business for over a year and don't have a sign above your business?
Even though it's
Should I contact my landlord every week and be like, hey, I still don't see a sign above their business. Customers are still wondering what that is. People aren't stopping because they don't know what it is. Should that be my problem?
Hey, maybe that's something we asked in the mediation. How come they're not required to have a sign?
How come they're not required to follow the lease?
Yeah, it's been over a year. They should have it by now.
So do you...
They were allowed 60 days. We were allowed 60 days. We had a fucking sign up before we were even open.
That's correct, because our landlord said it was required. But apparently we're the only ones that read the lease. It's fucking crazy. How do you sign something so legally binding for 3 years, 36 months? How do you sign something so legally binding and not read a word of it? That's what I'm curious about. That's the type of people these are. Like, don't get me wrong. On my iPhone, terms and service, like, I'll skim through it. I can't read the whole thing. Who can? Have a good night, Terry. I need to...
You owe me dinner.
You owe me dinner?
I'm having 2 ramens and 2 eggs.
Ooh. I feel like this is heat.
I think so.
I almost just want to push it under.
Didn't you say that a lot of people in your area who have all the same landlord mentioning the same problem? If you're cool with them, you also form a union and collectively go for the landlord, go to the landlord and say this is our concerns and this is what we want done. If you don't
Sorry,
give us what
that
we
was
want,
something
we will
else.
stop paying the rent until you either give us what we want or until you evict all of us. Either way, it's a win-win for us and a lose-lose for you. So how do you want this to end?
And if you evicted all of us, the property market for businesses
Right now,
is stagnant. Nothing is moving because no one's starting anything. No, we're all out of money. Everybody's out of money. You know, no, so people aren't starting new businesses. They're not like moving into places. So if he started evicting all of us, if he started losing all of us, think about all the money we pay in rent. He would be losing that if we so we could threaten that.
do you also want to know what's so funny? Is the people that have a problem with us pay a quarter of the rent that we pay. Think about that. Think about that. And I am going to bring up, how can I make this harassment stop? Because it is.
Yeah, he would lose so much money. So yeah, if you need to solve a problem that likes to create problems, fight the problem by creating the problem to fight it.
The worst part is that we are the only business they have a problem with. Well, they have a problem with another business, but it's not as big. And that's what sucks. People, I don't understand. Why do you want to fucking fight? And if you want to fight me. Fight me like a man, fight
Let's
me
go to
like
the
a
parking lot.
woman, whatever the fuck you want to fight like. Let's go fucking at it.
Yeah, let's go to the parking lot.
And that's why they're so afraid to be around me. They won't talk to me because they're afraid of me. I'd be afraid of me too. Don't fuck with my business. That's how I eat at night. I'm just saying. And like, I don't like confrontation. I will do anything to like avoid it. Spread awareness to the other businesses and moral trip them into believing that it can happen to them and action needs to be done now. That's true. The worst part is that same business has gone into every single business in that shopping center
And slandered.
and slandered us. I don't know for sure because I wasn't inside that building. However, she's never gone in there before in the years she's been there. So I'm just tired of it, you know?
And it's only after having an issue with us that she goes in there.
Correct, yeah. And I just don't.
And it worked for Jasmine. Jasmine hated us too, just because of what Butthead said.
That's correct. Another business owner who sold their business,
Yeah, that's the
to
only reason
somebody
why I'm
else.
okay with using her name.
Was just having a fight with us because our neighbor had a fight with us. Why? I don't know. There's just so many topics that I want to bring up, and I'm thinking that this person is too afraid to set a date because they don't want to meet with me because they have no valid points. I'd be afraid to fucking meet with me too.
I want to meet in our shop.
And then
That
our
would've been
landlord was
okay.
like, yeah, you and Brian. Who's Brian? And he didn't answer me. And I said, who's Brian? Because we were talking about the other business. And I was like, is there a different owner that I can talk to?
Yeah.
And he said no. Just the ones that are always there.
So who's Brian?
I meant Jason.
Oh. You meant Jason?
That's what he said. I meant Jason.
Oh.
That doesn't make any sense, but
That's such a big jump in names, though.
it
Like,
is such a big jump.
And like, what are the fucking chances? But like, still, that's such a huge jump. Like,
But yeah.
well, your name is Brienne. Maybe
It
he was
is.
thinking of your name and no, I don't know. The whole situation's fucked right now. It's hilarious.
It's totally fucked. And I don't know what the fuck. Like, what the something that's happened over a year. that should be labeled harassment. And the only reason I haven't gotten an attorney is because my landlord said he would take care of it, and he hasn't. Like, why? If we had the money, I would guarantee you there's a business spot that I want. I would go there. 1,000,000,000%.
The Old Village Inn.
Yeah? I don't care if there's a shop right there. Sorry you didn't get the good spot.
Yeah, but they have one window. We would have all those huge windows.
But yeah, if we had the money to relocate, we would. We just don't. And it sucks, but it is what it is. It's life. That's good. People fear. Wait, hold on.
That's good. People fear you. There are advantages to.
Sorry.
There are advantages to that, but believing that I would be afraid of me also. There's always bigger fish, so if you are not actively preparing for it, you will be its next meal. It's possible he isn't taking your case seriously and is just trying to take your money. Some lawyers and attorneys do that. Not sure if that's the case with yours, though.
No, it's our landlord. We haven't gotten an attorney because I was told that, you know, it would be solved. But I did tell him, and I recorded it, that, you know, if this doesn't get solved, I will get a cease and desist letter drawn up. And that's not going to be by me. It'll be by my attorney to scare the shit out of them.
It's just gotta stop. This is
Because
too
if we get
ridiculous.
attorneys involved, you have to think. The truth will always come out. It's always going to come out. So stop lying. That's my biggest thing. Like, didn't you learn, like, they're 45, 50, they're 45, 50 years old? I'm 30 years old. My husband's 33,
34.
34. We're children compared to her. Like, why? Don't you have bigger fish to fry? Like, why you don't have any customers? Like, I could roast them for days. 1 to 2 customers a day, if that. Oh, not to mention, they're there for, I don't know, 3 hours when they are there. I told Jason, you shouldn't be able to complain if you're not there longer than 5 hours a day. And we are open, we were talking about it. We think that we're open the longest out of everybody in the shopping center.
Throughout the day, yeah, the most hours open.
Yeah. Can't figure out this shaking thing. Is it like a pan? 30. Nice. You have 9 years on me.
There's a comment about that too.
Oh. Don't let them fool you.
Don't let blank you.
Don't let them fool you with what you know.
Wow, it's edited out on my side.
Really?
Yeah.
You know how this will, and the longer it goes, if it's gonna get solved, then they should have no problem with outside assistance getting it solved. That's very true.
It's blocked out.
Oh, that's so weird. Oh, I bet it's
Them fool.
this will.
It's just
I have
edited
no
out
idea.
them fool.
That's so weird. That is weird.
How queer.
Here, I'll let you figure this out.
What the fuck do I want?
But yeah, I do agree. I feel like it needs to get solved because every time that we are told to ignore it, it doesn't get solved. Obviously. And if something's not working, it needs to change. And I think I am going to bring up, you know, this needs to stop. Leave me alone. Why are you... It's like the song, why are you so obsessed with me? Keep it on the low. I don't know how the song completely goes, but they are obsessed with me. Would you agree?
Yeah, you got put on the things, right?
Yeah.
Furious Jorge. Furious Jorge.
I still have one more.
Oh, good.
But yeah, it's like, why are you so obsessed with me? Maybe they think I'm such a light that they wish that they could be as shine as bright as I am.
I just want them to leave us the fuck alone.
Maybe they're like, man, they're making so much money. I'm so jealous. I'm going to try to inhibit their business and cause them mental health problems. Let me see. Ignoring it. That key word will tell you everything you need to know in regards to how they feel about the situation. Generally, when someone is willing to help someone out, they don't want them to have problems left unsolved if they can help it. It is so the fact that they are willing to pretend that the problem doesn't exist shows that they are hiding something.
And let me make a wish. I wish that people would leave the shop alone. I wish that it was safe and secure every night. I wish that next door would just leave us the fuck alone. Health, wealth, and security, return on investment.
Yes, same
I
thing.
want Brady to feel better, and I want to.
No matter what happens, we are so lucky. Everything works out in our
Money
favor.
magnets.
Money magnets.
Customer magnets.
Customer magnets.
Only
Return
good
on
people.
investment. Bad people leave the shop alone. Everything works out in our favor. That's what's gonna happen.
It's our daily affirmations.
Yes. But yeah. It's very true. When we first found out we had a problem with them, I tried to go over there and find out what the problem was. I was told to get out. And then when she flipped me off and I went over there to ask why that was required or needed or necessary, and she met me with a word, out. 3 times, because she obviously doesn't know how to say other words. How do you fight with somebody? Here's another thing. How do you fight with somebody when they won't talk to us? So where is the problem that you're making up that you won't talk to me about? Shit, if I have a problem with the way somebody says something, I'm gonna go directly to them and be like, hey, why the fuck did you do this? Why'd you say that? And they'll be like, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, it is an eventful, exciting fiasco that we honestly have no idea to even where to figure it out. But maybe I should create a problem to solve the problem.
Yeah, but the big question is what?
I'm thinking it's about their sign. It's in the lease.
It is in the lease.
In theory, if numerous people aren't following the lease, that they got the same lease you did, what's the lease for?
Well,
Should I pay you?
Channing doesn't have a son either.
Yeah, but they just moved in. Yeah, it definitely sounds like this problem isn't gonna get solved until a decisive strike is made by an outside party. The main course of the problem wants it to obviously continue while actively taking steps to concealing that fact. 1,000,000,000% yes. I was wondering if you were gonna respond. Yeah, I was waiting for it. If there's any valid reason they are scared of attorneys getting involved, that's your key to getting this solved. But only you would know if that's the case or not. Yeah. And I've brought up attorneys to my landlord before because they won't talk to me and he won't tell me the problem until today. Also to mention, we took that sign down that was the problem, and then they still found a problem. Like, why are you finding problems? Leave me alone.
There's just always something. If it's not this, it's that. If it's not that, it's this.
Yeah. And that they're mad they can't put their sign in front of my business. I'm confused. But yeah, it'll hopefully get solved, and if my landlord's not willing to figure it out, because he said he's tired of hearing of it, which means that they are contacting him numerous times a month. So yeah. If he is not willing to get this handled, then I will contact the people that I had go over my lease to make sure everything was good and kosher, and have them write up a letter for me and tell me what actions I have available to me through the legal course, because I think that might be the only way. And it sucks that we would have to spend money to get this to stop, so you best believe I would make them pay my court case costs if it went to court. Could you imagine? That'd be funny. It'd be funny. Small claims for harassment. You shouldn't be so revealing, telling your enemy your secrets or what you're thinking of doing will give them alert. They have no way. I've never linked any of my accounts, and this is set up through a different I have like so many hopefully secure ways. But yes, I 1,000,000,000% agree. What you're gonna do to them, give them an alert. Having it or outright making it worse. But if you act on your own accord without revealing too much, it will strike into fear into them, as they have zero time to prepare for it. In that state of shock, will likely make other foolish decisions and capitalize it. Hey, good evening, friends. Yes. At this point, it's got to the point where we've done everything that we could physically think of, and we've talked to each other and we have no idea what else we could offer. Like, do you want my firstborn I'm never gonna have? You want some blood? What would make you stop? But yeah, I'm missing the stuff. People being mean to me. And I'm trying to figure out how to make them stop.
Read the comment above that.
I see what you're saying. Gotcha. I had flowers stick on my chest. To that, I think we should take a puff.
I'm down.
Alright, friends. Jason's smoking a bowl too. Cheers. Cheers! Oh my god, maybe I should ask ChatGPT how to fearmonger somebody. Is that the right word? No. If anything, I'll ask ChatGPT how to solve my problem. Maybe it'll know. Hey, get out of there! I hate when the bowl fills up on the bottom. Boop. See? This little guy was there. Yeah, let's smoke! Pack a bowl. Yes, I need to pack another one because we just need to smoke again. I think I might give the sifting job to Jason after this. Would that be okay? No, he said. No, I don't want to sift.
Nope.
Sifting is not fun! No, it's not. I don't like sifting either. On another side note, I went to the doctor yesterday for the first time in a year and a half, and because I don't have money for health insurance. Oh my god, in the United States it is astronomical to have health insurance, even catastrophic health insurance, I think is what that's called. Who can afford that?
Yeah.
Who? That's what I want to know.
People who could probably eat dinner every night.
Can you reach that?
Ah! I started to flip forward. I got scarred.
I thought you got Wolverine on you or something.
No, I got scarred. I'm a little skirty cat. But yeah, I went to the doctor for the first time, and I think I know how I feel about it, and I think that I know that, like, I probably shouldn't go back to that free healthcare clinic. I also need some, like, health tests done. And this is how any other doctor would treat me if I were to go to a doctor. Gotta fight violence with violence. Oh, sorry. Gotta fight violence with Bulong. I like mine. Gotta fight violence with violence.
Violence with bologna. Maybe add some nitroglycerin.
What does that do?
Nitro is booming boom. Boom boom.
That's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? Just kidding. I would never Google that. I'm not stupid. Instant negative emotions and feelings nonstop for years straight due to CBSD. I can tell you quite a few easy ways to fearmonger. Oh my god, I need to keep reading. Sorry, I got too excited. Some of the easiest ways involves moral guilt tripping someone into scenarios where they risk losing everything if they don't give you what you want, with zero resources for a third option. Doing something that can threaten their life or classic torture. Here's the thing. How do you do that when somebody is so afraid to even catch you outside?
Well,
And I say that lovingly.
Here's the thing. We watch them walk out to go get their flag, so it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter and in the afternoon, no one's watching. I mean,
But everybody is afraid of me. As soon as I walk out, they walk in. Like, you can't tell me that's coinky dink every time. But yeah. Fucking torture. It's sending me right now. Oh my gosh. Health insurance? I'm the type who's like, I'd rather die than go to the hospital. Fuck the medical system. 1 billion%?
mm-hmm.
I see why you say that.
No, but here's the thing though, because Canada doesn't have they have universal healthcare, don't they?
Yeah. Time to move to Canada.
But from what I hear,
But
like,
fuck. Sorry.
but from what I hear, like the universal healthcare is like shit.
But that's only in certain places is what I hear.
Maybe it is in certain places. Like maybe it's better in some areas and worse in others.
Yeah. But here in the U.S., let me tell you how doctors work. This is how my appointment went yesterday. Gotta read this. Get creative. You make the rules on how you can do this. I think you're talking about torture, and I 1000% am here for it. Like,
Spank me,
I
Daddy.
wonder if I asked ChatGPT, which is like an AI chat, like,
It's illegal torture.
what's a legal torture that I can do to my neighbor?
I tell you, but the cricket. We'll make the little cricket sound, you know?
I was thinking just drilling a hole and dropping diapers in their way.
No, let's not cross the thing.
Nah, cross it. Like, here's the thing. I'm responsible. But yeah, let me just tell you how healthcare works, at least in the US. The free healthcare that I found yesterday was enough to re-traumatize me. Legal way to torture. I wonder if I don't know the definition of torture, but I feel like there's no legal way to go about it in any sense. But I feel like if anybody could think it through, it's an AI.
Well, here's the thing. Like,
It's anybody.
think about in the office. Not the show, not the movie, but think about like at work. Okay, we all have that coworker who maybe they like to fart in their cubicle, and now you have to smell it. Or maybe they always walk by and say, "Hey, how you doing there, Bob?" And that just irritates the shit out of you. That's like torture every day. That's the kind of torture I'm looking for. I want something to inconvenience you and drive you fucking mad.
Bonkers.
I want you to go to your car and not know how to drive. I want you to be that fucking out of it.
Inebriated. Just kidding, not inebriated. But yeah, speaking of going back about healthcare, it was enough to re-traumatize me into hating doctors and thinking nobody could ever help my symptoms again, ever. Like, I am a fucking snowflake over here. Not that I can figure it out. So I go in there and I tell them, hey, these are the symptoms that I'm having, and here are the conditions that I feel that I have and why. And she looks through the first 3 pages. The first thing that she tells me is, how much water do you drink? And I'm like, probably 40 ounces a day. I can't drink water like I used to before I got COVID. It physically does not go down. And you know what she tells me? I don't care what you have to do. Carbonated, add flavoring to it. With ice, drink it through a straw. You need to drink more water. And Jason has a good point. Yeah, I do need to drink more water.
But no shit.
But okay, that's not... Drinking more
Like,
water
water's not gonna cure me.
does not cure me. Okay, so next, she then tells me that, what was the next thing?
Exercise.
Exercise. So we go into exercise, and I go to explain that I physically cannot exercise. It exasperates my symptoms times 10. It makes me go into a severe flare. It's not... Exercising is not enjoyable for me. I hate it. Fucking hate it. Whereas before, I used to be able to exercise. I used to be able to go as far as I wanted. The fucking sky was my imagination. Whatever the freaking word is for here. The world was my oyster. That's the right one. And so she tells me that I need to exercise more. And I go to explain, how do I exercise when I can't? When I physically, I can't do everyday tasks. I can't take care of myself. My husband has to step in to take care of some of the things that are like needed to get done that you think you would be able to do. So how do you exercise? And she said, I don't know, you just need to exercise. Okay, all right.
Extra fries, you got it.
So then the last part that we get to is, so do you smoke? No, I don't smoke, but I do vape. You need to stop that. Well, I own a vape shop, so I'm not going to. And it's not affecting my illness. Well, you need to stop that. That's bad for you. Well, I'm not going to. It is my business. You know, my husband and I have been in. It's been the best business choice. And she scoffed under her breath and said, best business choice. Who the fuck?
Do you think you are?
This is the Christ place that I went to for free healthcare. And so I get home and I tell Jason, and he's like, you're not going in for like, what did you say?
What?
Your regular, like, flu-like issues. You have a complex health condition.
You have an advanced problem.
I have an advanced
You're not
stage
going
of
in
whatever
there
I
for an upset
have.
stomach.
Yeah. So
Drink more water, exercise more, take 2 Tylenols, call me in the morning.
So that was my doctor's appointment.
Eat more greens.
They say in Florida we have these facilities called Baker Act facilities. If you want to harm yourself or others, you are involuntarily dragged into a mental health institution. Hang on.
I like your
Institution
mind.
to make sure you don't want to harm yourself or others, but they are secretly just human experimented with meds, along with a lot of other unethical practices, and they try to keep you looped in there. Legal torture isn't always the easiest to come up with, but all you need is to not let your morals get in the way, and torture as much as mentally or as physically within the confines of the law. Construction, dragging something down there.
Sidewalk! I just scoffed and got all the weed everywhere.
Did the neighbor say that or the doctor? Which part? The water and exercise?
Protesting at their house. I thought about something. Something. Do you know what I mean? But then I was like, no.
Like a convoy?
The doctor. Could you imagine the neighbor saying that? Oh, I would beat her ass so fast.
You just need more exercise.
Yes, the water and the exercise. Oh, you best bet.
I'm gonna exercise this fist on your ass. This
Wait.
foot up your ass? I don't know.
But about the doctor, what I do, if I try to tell you what's wrong with me and you're not listening, I'll try once or twice more. And if you aren't listening to me, I shut down because that's, I have like a trauma response like everybody else in this fucking world. And that's mine, not being listened to. So if you're not gonna listen. Wait. So if you're not gonna fucking listen to me, why did I
Get out of
waste
the
my
fucking
breath?
car. Oh.
Why did you waste your time today? That's what I'm curious about. Convoy. It's rare to find doctors that'll listen to what's going on. They only care about their pockets. Yeah, I will agree with that. I've seen 3 primary cares and 8 specialists, so you want to know what each one told me? Sorry, there's nothing I can do to help you. Rheumatoid arthritis doctor, rheumatologist. I did it! Big plane! Rheumatologist told me, he did all these pressure points, and these pressure points that he did on me, on a normal person who doesn't have fibromyalgia, it doesn't do anything, but to me, it made me want to crumble. It almost brought me to tears. I had watery eyes. It hurt. In every single one he pushed on me. And so he tells me I'm clinically consistent with fibromyalgia, and then he goes to say, your primary care doctor can take care of that. But that's a rheumatology issue. So that's interesting. I get to my primary care. You want to know what they tell me? Oh, it's no big deal. You're fine. It's just fibromyalgia. It's fucking fake. You've all over body pain. Boo-hoo. And, let's send you to infectious disease. Yeah, I have seen an infectious disease specialist. You think I would have to go in there all masked up and... Fuck, I don't know if you can hear me because my power just was low power! You think I would have to go in there, all yellow suited up with a fucking little thing on? No, I didn't. It was very disappointing.
Waltz to the front door.
It's so disappointing. Nobody had that on. It wasn't anything like you would think it was. It was just a fucking normal doctor's office.
That they made us sit in for a long ass time.
Yeah. And she told me, we'll run all these tests. I'll see you back in 3 weeks. Came back every fucking 3 weeks. And then she's like, sorry, I ran all the tests I could think of. Let me send you to hematology, which is your blood doctor. Blood doctor ran my blood and was like, oh, it looks like you're just low on iron. Here's some iron. We'll do an iron infusion. Okay. But that's not gonna solve my fucking problems, is it? Because it didn't. But yeah, I've been passed around from doctor to doctor. At least here. Jason! I feel used like a fucking dirty whore. Fuck.
Ooh.
Jesus. So not only did I pay those motherfuckers, my insurance paid them. And I still went back every time. I went to every doctor they said I had to go to.
And they still have no answers.
And each one sent me to the next. And didn't provide me a goddamn single one answer. It was fucking crazy. As risky as it can be, the real solution at times is to look for a way to treat, to self-treat. Although you may know what you are doing, you know you'll actually find what you're looking for when you find it. It's funny you say that, because when I found how well cannabis worked for my pain, it was Jason talking me into smoking cannabis while I was at work, because it was the only way I could get through. Cannabis has been the only pill. Opioids don't do a thing. They don't touch this pain. Whereas cannabis is like this big old fucking hug. And I feel like when I found cannabis, and when Jason was just like, no, just here's your solution. You work from fucking home. What's wrong with you? You're not getting high to like go, oh, whoa. No, you're getting high to take your fucking pain away. So do it. And when I finally did that, I was like, holy crap. Why can't I do this every single day? Well, because my jobs that I did have did not allow it. And the fucking doctor that I had, my work told me to go on disability, and I was 4 days away from qualifying for disability, but they didn't tell me that. My doctor signed a note to get me to stop working, and she's like, if your pain is that bad, you need to stop working now. And I said, no, I can continue. Please let me continue to the end of the month so I can get a paycheck. And you know what she told me? Sorry. So yeah, the job that I had was amazing. It was in utility damage claims. You make your hourly wage plus a commission, which is bonkers. Jason can attest. Like, he saw it and was like, holy shit, like, how is this real? And yeah, it was fucking real. It was scam like money.
Scam like money. That's a good way to phrase it.
Scam like job I thought I had. It wasn't though. It was 1,000% real. And when I found that job, I thought I found my calling, because Jason can attest, I was really good. When I had to leave, the fucking CEO called me and it was like, when you get better, please let me know. The first thing, you're hired. So yeah, I love my job and I was really good at it. But I think that taught me that it's okay for your dreams to change. You aren't kidding. Cannabis helps so much more than the people gloating about being in medical school for years have. 1,000,000,000% I agree. Oh, haha. They don't allow you to smoke on the job. Well, how are you gonna know unless they drug test you? Even then, I know of a... Yes, I've done those cleanser tests and the fake pee. Stop working, seriously, doctor? If it were that easy as to not work anymore, why don't you do it? Oh my god, I should have said that. That would have been a really good one. Obviously, this work doesn't pay enough for you to offer an actual solution. Yeah. So the best part about me losing my dream job was the fact that my husband had an opportunity to leave his job and we were able to open our vape shop. And this is something that will 1,000,000,000% set us up for our future, because everybody's gonna need nicotine. Everybody. And we will always figure out ways around any new laws that are passed. Legally, correct. Legally. Like, we're not going to be anybody's plug, okay? Like, I'm not going to be anybody. No. Legally. But,
there's a right way to do everything.
Yeah. And the worst part is that, like, I believe everybody you should be treated with kindness. And every time I start to feel sympathy for somebody, I'm rudely awakened why I should not feel sympathy for that person. Rudely. Yeah, for sure, especially in the world we live in. Well, right doesn't always mean good in terms of ways of doing things. True. It's true. If only life was like so easy, it had a handbook to like, you know, pay off all your debts. And if you have health issues, find answers. As per the clinic I went to yesterday, the Christ place, Jason told me, when I told him about my whole health day with the doctor and the nurses, he's like, why didn't you begin with meeting with the chaplain? That was the first thing you did. That was the best part of this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he drew a world. Let's just say this is the world. Let's say this one's the world. Okay? He drew a perfect circle, but this is the perfect circle. And he drew a little heart, and he said, this is God's love for you.
The chaplain said this.
Yeah.
No, I mean...
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
The
I didn't
chaplain
say
said
this.
that. Yeah. So the chaplain said it. And then he said, here's lines. And these lines are your sins. And then there's this other world. And he draws a perfect circle, but there's no heart because it's broken. And there's like a little jagged line in between it, okay? And he goes, now this is because these people sin. And they could either sin by drugs, they can sin by alcohol, they can sin by... He didn't say binge eating, but I don't know why that is coming to mind. Addiction of some sort. And then they can also sin by just going through God himself and pouring all of their everything into God and just not trying to find themselves, but... And he went on, and I was like, I don't... Okay, breathe. Mm-hmm.
You just gotta listen to that timeshare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The eyebrows and all. Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying!
You didn't like super fake it, did you?
I just said, yeah, I get it.
Okay. I just imagine you doing that and like keeping up that same attitude and like flow and everything.
So then, I was then told, we'll use my purple chair, and let's say I'm not in it, okay? He used my purple chair, and he said, do you see that chair right there? Yeah. So you can see it, so you believe it. Yeah. So, if I were to sit in it, and he goes over and he sits in it, and he goes, I know that this chair can hold me. Okay, all right, where are we fucking going with this? That because the chair can hold you, you're just fucking putting blind faith in God? Yeah, that's where he was going. Because this chair can hold me, just because I know it, it's kind of like God. And you just kind of have to give your faith that God is there. And I'm like, yeah. Okay? And then he said, so are you willing to devote your life to Christ tonight? And I said, no. And he goes, okay, all right, I get that's a pretty big, that's something pretty big to ask. Then why the fuck did you ask it? I wanted to say. But in my brain, I was like, yeah, I know. No, I'm not interested. And then he goes off and he tells me, so if you were to pass away and meet God himself up in heaven, and he asks you, why do you deserve to go to heaven? Why should I let you in? And I said, I wouldn't. And he was like, okay, that's a really good answer. People have similar ones to that.
There's a special place in hell for you and me.
I don't feel like one person had said it the same that I did. And the same anything. And he was like, you know, to get to this unbroken world, you just have to not be perfect because nobody's perfect. It says in the Bible in blah, 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 chapter blah, that God says to get to heaven, you don't have to be perfect. And I'm like, yeah,
Dear Jesus.
okay. I stopped listening. But I did keep shaking my head, and I did keep saying, yeah, I know.
Not that you have any issues with someone's religion.
Not that I ever have any issues with anybody's religion. What you believe is completely to you, but I told him straight up that I do not have any beliefs. I might have like a 0.000000001% chance.
I believe in Sandy Claus.
However, it's just not going on right now. What kind of God would put me through this type of torture? And he's telling me that it's because I'm sinning. So yeah, that's the healthcare I got. Listen, there's a YouTube channel I found recently that actually understands the world we live in. I just saw a video about them about. Is that inflammation? Yeah.
Inflation.
Inflation. Small brain. Sorry. Inflation. And it's so accurate and spot on. I really hate this breathing issue where they say if you can talk, you. I agree with that. If you can talk, you can breathe. Which that statement is simply not true. Try not breathing and talking, and with that, you got your answer. Exactly. And talking without taking breath just drains your breath faster. Yes. I'm just rambling now, but I have my fair share of medical experience. Hopefully they're way better than mine. And if not, drop your favorite, worst medical
If you can
experience, if you can talk about it.
Or want to.
Or want to laugh my ass off. Just because you've seen it doesn't mean you believe it. You can see bullshit, but you can't believe bullshit. Yes. For me, that is my belief. Also, panic breathing is bad. I get it's scary, but a lot of people needs to slow it down. It's funny you talked about like if you can talk, then you can breathe. I remember telling Jason that I was really short of breath after, I think it was during COVID, and afterwards we lived in an apartment complex, and it was really far where you had to park versus where our apartment was. So we had to park, we had to walk across the field, and then when we got to the field, we were on the 3rd story.
So 2.5 flights of stairs.
2.5 flights of stairs that I had to climb, and at each half flight, I was like,
Wheezing.
Really, it was really bad. So I feel you, and I 1,000,000,000% agree with you. Okay, this needs to get done. Jeez,
just
it's
waiting
10
on you.
o'clock.
Jesus, I'm hungry.
You just ate a bunch of pepperoni.
So it's time for dinner.
What are you having? Oh, you're having ramen.
Ramen.
Ramen. I used to make like stir fry ramen with like you make the ramen and then you put you drain the what's it called, and then you drain the water and then you stir the cooked ramen with the packet, and then you place it in the hot pan with some oil, and then you put an egg on top with some seasonings. Wow, it is so good. Jason told me he was gonna bust the egg in the juice itself, right?
Yeah.
That sounds gross, but that's like a poached egg to anybody else.
Well, I'm gonna stir it up. It's like egg drop.
But yeah, makes sense. Fake
There's another
egg drop
thing
soup.
Well, the other person said we're all hungry. We are all hungry.
Fuck yeah. nearly getting tricked into getting drugged by this weird pink pill while being barricaded.
Backer-acted?
Backer-acted?
Baker-acted?
Barricaded. Backer-acted for the first time. Maybe it's not a big brain. Hold on. First time they were offering everyone the same pink pill while saying it was unique medication. And when they got to me, for a second, I questioned rather if I could legally refuse it. But when I remembered I did, and they told me I didn't have to take it, I refused to take it, and everyone that took that pill looked zombified. Close enough. Backer-acted. Oh, you were good.
Baker-acted?
Baker-acted. Hope you don't end stream soon. I need a stoner buddy tonight. I don't really have any hospital experiences for myself, luckily. I've only went to the hospital twice. That was for tooth pain, but
Ouch.
yeah, that had to be bad tooth pain. I've been going to the hospital constantly for my brother for years, and I mean weekly. Jeez. Yep, that's it. I'm healthy. Woo! That's good that you're healthy. I'm fucking awesome. I'm excited for you being healthy.
Dude, it blocks out LMAO.
Laugh my fucking ass off. That fucking sucks.
It just says that someone said a curse word. 4-letter curse word. I'm healthy. Woo! Fuck!
No, I'm healthy. Woo! Shit!
I'm healthy. No, that I was gonna say bitch. That's more than.
Big brain.
I'm not kidding, guys. Like, I have on my Instagram, I have like a sound bit that was like, well, apparently smoking weed affects your brain. Well, you know what? What? Did you say what or did I say what? I don't know. Yeah, that is so accurate for me. Try adding it to it.
I'm healthy. Woo! Damn. Oh, damn it. Let's try adding damn it to it.
That's funny. We should smoke again, and then get your ass down in. I didn't watch any fun TikToks today. Laugh my ass off. I've been told so much dumb shit about weed, like being told it makes you sick, and it makes you a zombie, it makes you stupid, or better yet, it makes you pissed off. Oh, that's my favorite one, is that it makes you pissed off.
I mean, yeah, weed totally makes me angry. Like,
If anything-
the last time I hit you was the last time I smoked weed.
If anything, when I'm pissed off, like, about my neighbor, or about the doctors, or about my husband, I don't fucking know, or about myself, I'm pissed at myself, I smoke some weed, and it's like, what was I mad about? And
Just go
why?
smokable. Everyone needs to just go smoke a bowl.
So I feel like maybe, listen up, what if I rolled a few joints and just brought them to the people who wronged me, i.e. those doctors at the Christian clinic, and they would go to the chaplain, the receptionist, the second receptionist, the checker out receptionist, and then the 3 doctors, and the 4 nurses. And then I'd give it to all of my surrounding neighbors in the shopping center, whether they wronged me or not. You guys all need a chill pill. Could you imagine me just passing out weed? Oh, I'd get in so much trouble. So much trouble.
Yeah, alcohol's so much worse, though.
Don't buy new.
kept myself from smoking for this long, I really got my mind in a headlock. Right, same here. I can come home and smoke away a bad day like it never happened. Honestly, should be doing that more than using Everclear for the same job. So a center-based
Religion.
center-based religion
A
that
center based on a religion that sends mixed messages.
yes. Fun fact about Jason and I, we met, when we first met, we were heavy drinkers. And, like, I'll admit, if we would have kept on, we would have been alcoholics.
Like we were on that road to have like cirrhosis of the liver at a young age.
For real. We got to the point where we got 2 kegerators. Yeah, not 1, but 2. For 2 people.
Just me and her.
Beer expires. So the
So
way
you
to
gotta
make
drink that shit.
it not expire is to chug a lug. But yeah, we would drink all the time. And when we found weed, we were in Arizona.
Jason is the name. Well, Jason is doing well with keeping up and translating chat.
$1,000,000,000%. He passed all his reading and writing classes, guys. Me? I think you can pass with a D in school.
I did smoke a piece of paper. Though, have you ever tried smoking a piece of paper? Worst experience of my life. I can tell you when I was in school, in elementary school, we all thought it was cool to roll up pieces of paper like cigarettes and burn them, like smoke them, like burn them on one side and breathe in to the other end. And we thought that was the coolest thing to do in the bathroom at school, in elementary school.
What damage did he do to his lungs as a child? But as a child, I'm pretty sure it
sucked
bounced
ass.
right back.
It sucked ass.
Did it burn your lungs for a while?
Absolutely, it sucked. It was horrible. I will never fucking burn paper again.
So, fun fact, Jason has burned paper. Me, on the other hand, I have not.
I've burned my fingers.
LOL, I never have to worry about alcohol expiring because I drink it so fast. I'm going to the liquor store every other day, if I don't try to limit myself. Yes, but yeah, we used to drink heavily. That's how
That's pretty much like what got us together.
Yeah, what connected us. My ex-husband was his best friend, and he had his ex-wife at the time, well, ex-wife now, but wife at the time. My husband at the time, and his wife at the time. Sorry, I was trying to figure out the right fingers. You know, just. So yeah, we got a divorce, and when I asked for a divorce, I was like told, okay, and then presented with, like, this person wasn't even reading from a list. It was, all right, that's fine. I can go move down to Arizona, move down to this place with my dad. I can get a job with him. I can already have an application. I already actually have an application there. And I'll move out. What the fuck? So Jason helped me, and we connected the most by drinking, because obviously we were going through a lot. And we would drink for 24 hours. And that was the best. The best.
No, stop. That was some of the really good times.
It sounds bad.
We have even better times now, but
Yeah. Because weed doesn't do that. The worst thing weed does is, like, when you overdo it on weed, you kind of just want to, you're sleepy. Drinking is good for special occasions. I would 1,000,000,000% drink if I could. The way that it feels when I drink now, after all of my illnesses have been added up, it feels like I am drinking bleach. I've never drank in bleach, but I've thought about it.
I know you think you're too young for these experiences, or yes, you are too young for these experiences, whatever. But that doesn't mean you should have them. Okay, don't try this at home, kiddo.
No. Do not try this at home. It is not worth it because Because while it was some of my best times, and how I found this lovely man over here, we figured out a way to not be addicted to it. But we probably would. Like, probably. Do you want to burn your throat? Legal torture. Make sure that they buy the water bottles with the bleach.
Maybe.
No, I'm just kidding. That's a lie. I would never. Look, okay, you don't think it's legal to force someone to drink bleach. Okay, I wouldn't be forcing it, though. I would just... Alright, water company, how much do you want? Yeah? Hey, plug? Just kidding, I would never. I'm not that type of person. If I were, though... Legal torture. I can't get over legal torture. We should smoke again. Let's just smoke again.
I'm about to smoke again.
You know what?
And again and again and again.
Life's too short.
Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna smoke and then I'm gonna go cook my ramen.
That's probably a good idea.
Chills. Oops, only some of that made it.
It's on his mat. Something you could do is trick someone into drinking a Four Loko who never had it before and tell them it's a beer. And make sure you get them a few cans. As long as you're okay dealing with the blackout person, you'll have a great movie to watch. Would they know it's not water instantly, though? Then they would get burned, yeah. Also, you're right. Life is so short. Let's smoke. Wanna smoke another? You know what? It's not a bad idea. I'll smoke another. My dog is going to find that little piece that I just blew out on the floor. And I'm going to have a stoned dog. Let me know if your dogs or animals seek out weed. Cooked weed. I meant to type life LOL. Oh, you were so right. Life is so short. Let's smoke. Oh. You know what? Life is too short. Let's smoke another. Jason?
No, I'm good.
You dropped a piece.
And I picked it all back up.
And you gotta smoke that little bitty piece.
I already did.
The little bitty piece?
That, on that?
Yeah.
That's not a piece.
Jason's doing concentrates. Let's go through his stash and see what he has left.
We could smoke as much as you want. We could even have a smoking competition.
This weed actually isn't that bad.
Really? It doesn't smell that bad.
Yeah. I've been taking like little baby bowls because I've been a little bitch.
Can you
Not
put some
gonna
of
lie
the,
to you.
Can you put some of the keef in there too?
But I feel like I can do, ooh. Do you want to see this? You're gonna die. Look at all this keef.
Oh! That sucks.
No!
Thanks. Oh my gosh. I see the mountain you put in there.
Alright. Big brain time. I gotta smush it? Is that what you just...
Sniff it, snort it.
ass right here. Big brains. Grab a scratcher. We'll cut it. Like they do with other drugs. Just kidding. I don't know how to do drugs. The only drug I know how to do is flour. I am too green, but yes, let's keep smoking. I agree. I love smoking. If I could stay home and smoke all day, if Jason gave me the opportunity, ooh, let's do an all day live. All day live is smoking nonstop. How much could I get through? Is a bowl of wheat an ounce not supposed to last you 2 days? What were you laughing at?
I'm doing concentrates as well. Not sure if I told you, but mine nearly blew up on me when I got it. Cat Grow. I've had my first ever insane grinder ever since I started smoking 4 years ago, and I've gotten so little keef in the bottom, it's barely completely covered. And here you just casually dropping and wasting it.
Okay, here's the fun fact. Usually I would not get this much keef. This is after Jason has smoked it, but it's this full of keef right here. Sorry, right about here. This full of keef all the way down, and it's solely due to these freaking sifters that Jason got. It's amazing. I don't know. Yeah, you can see the holes. There you go.
Okay, I think this is going to be more fun. The next comment I'm going to read on my screen, which is edited, even though I know that's not what you said. An ounce only lasting a couple days. Motherfucker, how could you afford that? And what you really said was, you're crazy. But on my screen, it's got a bunch of asterisks. Motherfucker, how can you afford that?
Fucker, how could you afford that? Alright, yeah, let's smoke again.
I mean, it's...
Oh, Jason saws. Let's do this one. What do you call a party foul, but over and over and over and over and over again? I just spilled some of my weed on myself. An ounce only. Oh, sorry. We already read that. Motherfucker is the vibe of the word crazy. You know.
They blurted out crazy too.
I can't believe they still blurted out crazy. That's stupid. I have an idea for you if you really want to YOLO it. YOLO it? Zero? A dry hit of fucking Keith Bowl.
No water.
Well, no, I can't do without no water. Did you not understand the part of little bitch?
Oh shit, should I be smoking the bowl too then, or should I do this down? I mean, I did already
I
dig
do
it
need a little bit on the bottom so it doesn't straight up fall through.
YOLO means you only live once.
Sorry, I thought there was a zero at the end.
What did you say? YOLO?
YOLO zero. Or maybe YOLO O.
Boomer alert.
I'm not that old, but I could be. It's fucking Breaking Benjamin. No, that's not the right one. Benjamin Button. Not the band Breaking Benjamin. Okay. Alright.
I'm gonna do both. Yes, I'm going to do both.
Saying do both. Oh, did you? You did! He did the one I opened. It's this guy. Can you see it? Yeah, you can. Okay, good. I hate how bright the fucking thing does. So this is one of them. It's from Binsky. The other one is Jack Herer. 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 But it's like a sugar. Oh, honey. Alright, so he's a sugar. He has a hard. He's another sugar. Another sugar. I'll show you guys. I'll just put them all down here, and then you guys can choose your player. That's what we'll do. Okay. Choose your player. You got this guy?
Wait, what are we doing? Doing another one?
Yeah, you're gonna do after this. Yeah.
I just did a dab and now I'm about to do the ball. That's both.
The people spoke after that. When you come back up, you gotta take a dab.
When I come back up, what do you mean?
When you gotta take another dab after this. So we got this guy. This
Read
guy.
the comments.
This guy. This guy. This one's almost gone, and it has a dog hair in there. Don't ignore that. No. Sorry. No. After the YOLO, it says 0, a dry hit full of Keith, 2 separate messages.
What is 0 a dry hit? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what is that? Oh, we want to dance! Let's see how high we can get from all these hits. Alright, so Jason, since he's not wanting to take a hit, I will take a hit of
I'm
your
gonna
guys'
take a hit.
choices. Well, after this, I will take a hit of one of these.
Okay, which one do you choose?
I don't know. A dry hit means you take a bong hit without water in the bong. You know, little bitch.
Your challenge, if you choose
I think
your
I just-
method, is this.
Little.
Show up on time, work out with your
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I was talking to Jason.
once a week for 3 weeks. Wear a body, and we
That was. This is why you don't sit in chairs like that.
And then start
Cross-legged.
again. Choose a new body block each
It's an
week.
office chair,
Have
bitch.
fun. Avoid burnout. Reach your goals.
Oops.
You win?
Just so everyone knows, I cared about the view.
Visit body.com.
No, he's being so serious. He fucking calls me a bitch all the time.
Don't come at me.
Shopping with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping
See,
in store.
I would be afraid to be around me.
Rewards on the same
Do you agree that next door is afraid of me?
groceries
Yes, absolutely.
for busy families everywhere.
Fuck with me.
Today at kingsupers.com. King Supers.
I sit in my car and wait for him.
Visit pharmacy site for details.
Only like a couple times.
That's completely legal and not doing a thing.
We are just watching over our shop.
Could you imagine? What would you guys do if you saw somebody in their car? Watching them walk by. You hear that, Jason? Anytime you want to win a playful fight, just don't fear her. She isn't used to it. You know what? Honestly, that might be the way to win a fight, is if he didn't say a word back to me. I'm not even kidding. What the fuck? I would show them a firecracker. That is exactly who I am. I am a firecracker of a person.
2 comments about that.
I forgot everything after the first option. I'm really high and drank a bit, so I don't know how much of both I am feeling, but I am nice.
I'm feeling nice.
I'm feeling nice. You know, that's
That
always
was
the
like-
best part.
That was like me the other night. I had for the first time in years, I had a couple shots of coconut rum, and it was weird because the first shot, I was like, okay, this could have been a bad decision, but it's not that bad. The second shot, I was getting buzzed, and because I was still doing dabs downstairs and smoking some flower with her, and so I was getting a little buzzed. The third shot, I was like, man, this is gonna do it, and I sobered up so fast. What a bummer.
I was like, did you wait too long in between the shots? And he's like, no, they were right after each other.
I staggered them just right. I gave like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes in between. That was the night you were making cookies and shit.
You know what? I would love, if I still drank, you know what I would love to do? I would love to get a little, to see your blood point
Breathalyzer?
average. Yeah. Because I would love to see past Brianna, like teenage Brianna, when she would be drinking Jack Daniels, for fun. For fun. Also, I probably can't drink, but who knows? Wait, let's go here. There we go. It sounds like rum was shit, to be honest. A good drink, if you have a really low tolerance, you should be drunk for quite a while. So, I'm pretty sure we haven't looked it up, but this rum has not been opened. And it was from 2016? 2016.
That's when you bought it.
I bought it in 2016. 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 7 years ago. So I thought, I was under the impression that alcohol, like, ages. But apparently, the stuff inside of it might not. Might break it down. I should do that as well with as much as I drink and how drunk I get myself while fighting it off. I will love to see my BAC. Yes! You know what? I don't even want to tell you how I feel like they could test somebody for cannabis, like if they did it right away, like that, like within an hour. Because I don't want to, like, ruin it. Ruin it. Today I watched a TikTok of, like, them going from one screen. Copy, paste, and I think that's where I got that ruin it. But yeah, I don't want to ruin it, but I do feel like there is a way that they could figure out if somebody has smoked within an hour. For flour, at least.
Yeah, they can smell it in your clothes.
My window's down.
It may have been expired alcohol. It may have been expired. Alcohol can get aged for long periods of time, but to my knowledge, once it's in a bottle, it's on a shelf, it's done with its aging process and can get expired. Not entirely sure how it works though.
I'll tell you, it did taste like I was drinking like gasoline.
But that is alcohol.
Yeah, but this was like bad gasoline.
It is tequila.
It was rum,
Oh, I thought.
but
oh,
it
you're
tasted
right,
like
it was
tequila.
wrong.
It fucking sucked ass.
You know what's funny? Most of the people that give the drug tests know nothing about cannabis and think they need a fancy test to prove someone is high. A real stoner can tell just by the appearance, like the redness in your eyes, or how tired you look. I don't get redness in my eyes. I don't think I do I?
You?
Yeah.
Depending on how high you are. If you're really high, yeah, your eyes get a little red. So
LOL, people say my favorite drink is gasoline, but to me it's water. You turn alcohol into water. Are you Jesus? Did you come back? Can you heal me? And you're just not telling it. He's like, yeah, keep drinking. Tequila is a good drink, although, in my opinion, it's kind of weak, but then again, I need my drink at least to be 50%. Yes, especially if you've been drinking for a while. Jason hasn't had a drink probably in 6 months? Prior to that?
Well, because I had a couple of beers.
Alright, wish me luck. Do you want to go or you want to wait?
I'm good.
Here's my Keith bowl. Sorry, it's so restricted.
Point.
I don't even think it's still lit. Oh my god, it's not. We're good. I just wanted to poke around. You don't want to overlight it. Hey, you
How come you
actually
didn't probe
did
it?
the Keith bowl. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Plus, I haven't done a Keith bowl since.
It's been a while.
Yeah. You know how you don't cough? You tell yourself not to.
Don't cough. No coughing.
You little bitch, keep going. That's what's going in my head. Maybe a little oxygen will help. Cannabis tends to not stay lit for long. Get the bottom. So much for not coughing. I don't know about you, but coughing is usually a good indicator on how high a person is. I don't know. The first bowl sometimes that I take after I clean a piece and I don't completely dry the middle where it falls down, it is the worst hit known to man, and I cough.
We could have ramen and egg quesadillas.
Ew! What's wrong with you? Hell no, we won't go. Eat that. Fuck you, low battery. Look at all this keep. Did you read that for me?
Like usually for me, the more I cough, the more high I'm gonna get, and the same applies for a lot of people. I know, smoke. The more they cough, the
You eat it.
I think I'm a little high for that. Coughing after smoking can be controlled, but generally you're not gonna want to cough, so you try to suppress it. But if you took a really big hit,
It's too much to control. You got this?
Good idea, move it away. Put that right there. I gotta finish. What's in here? It will be okay. I'll also show you my eyes in a sec.
yeah, sorry for the long messages. It's just how I type.
Same.
It's hard to type a short message when you want to be clear and well explained. But yeah, now we have a lot more uncontrollable cough. And in a few minutes, let's see how high you are compared to before.
I just need to get my throat to stop breathing from like this tiny little bitty straw back to a huge straw.
You can swallow this.
I'm not gonna swallow this. Could you? Before.
I made it warm.
You, I didn't like that. Oh, I even hear it in your voice now. Definitely. But I do have to finish it. So, fucking cool down, chill out, and then I'll go back in. I feel like it's almost there. This is how far I've smoked, if you're curious. But it's still good. Yeah, you should probably do that. Jason's gonna pour the keef into the bowl. While he does that, I can pour this one in. The thing I hate about coughing too is how warm it makes you. Also, when you get like stupid high, it makes you super warm. I feel. What do you think?
I like getting high.
What was the milligram you took the other day of edibles?
Which
that you were like fucked up.
Oh, I don't know.
Nice, you got the whole bowl. Almost, it's not done yet. I'm not gonna let that go. It's too precious. You know what I mean? You know how hard keep is to find? It's like a fucking gold mine. I did it! Oh. Now I did it. I'm so proud. Fucking runs around with a circle. It's not a circle, a sign that says, I did it! But, oh my gosh, I don't know about you, but when I burp, I feel like I can breathe so much better. After like a giant hit. It's amazing! I'm not sure if this works, as I never tried it, but I hear of people putting ice cubes in their bong. It does make it a little smoother.
Cold water and ice cream. Like, it's really made a big difference in the past.
However,
Doesn't always work.
if you smoke the amount that we smoke, that ice melts and it just makes your water get higher and higher, and then you're just freaking inhaling water. Nobody likes that. Nah, for me, I just make me feel less bloated, which is still nice, yeah. I don't know how you're not like fucked up, like hungover the next day. That is a miracle in and of itself. Also, my ounce of weed. Weed. That was fun. Just... Yeah, if you're gonna try an ounce in a couple days, you could tolerance break. Imagine how little weed you would need as high as you want. No, that was a lie. I don't go through an ounce in 2 days.
No, that'd be insane.
Yeah, it's probably in a week. 2?
Maybe like 9 days, 10 days.
Chasing time days it 9-10 days. But yeah, I use it for pain. I've tried going off of it, but the pain is so severe that, you know, just wants to. So instead of,
I use it for your pain too.
because I'm the pain in the ass.
That's right. I mean, what? No.
Look, I know what I am.
You're a saint.
I know that I can be complex. However, I've always obeyed everybody and respected everybody. Now it's time to like disrespect.
Disrespect your surroundings.
Oh yeah, that is the song. Jason plays metal at work, and that is so fun to read the words that they are screaming. I look at the screen in amazement of the words that are the fucking lyrics that these metalheads are screaming, like
metalcore and deathcore.
Like
Not like
just reading.
regular.
Fucking crazy. I'm fucking insane. I do hangovers, but generally they feel nice while still feeling a little drunk. Although when I drink Four Locos, they make my head spin all the time. I had a bad hangover. I was blacking out, waking up just to black out again.
That's not good.
From Wednesday to Friday, and then woke up Friday night with work. In the morning I tried sleeping but couldn't, had no food in my system, and started having alcohol poisoning and eventually alcohol withdrawal symptoms, which got me back into weed. I fought it off, but wasn't easy. Jeez, yeah, that can't be easy at all. I've tried Four Locos. They are not that great. Fun fact about me, I used to hate beer, and then I lost all taste bud, like not taste buds, but just all feeling of or flavors in my half of my tongue. And then I was like, now's the time to try beer, right? So I was able to try all these fucking new like alcohols that I've never tried before because they were so disgusting tasting. They were pretty good. Yeah, when I had alcohol withdrawal symptoms, people were telling me to go to the hospital, but I'm like, fuck the hospital. Yeah, I feel you. It sounds bad. I told Jason, I have POTS, which is basically just really long story short. When I stand up, my heart rate will raise above 30 beats per minute, and will keep rising until it finds a spot that it's like, okay, we've hit top limit. So I told Jason, if I ever pass out, do not call the ambulance. Just make sure my head is okay. And if you really want to fuck with me, put a pillow under me and like grab a little blanket and act like I was sleeping there the whole time. No, sorry. My heart rate goes from 92 beats per minute to like 190. When I don't take my medication. That kind of thing. And then I'll go back down to around like 90 and then 80. So yeah, my heart jumps all around. It is a big old blast up in here. Jason and I decided to call my heart Stella because it really is... It's its own person, okay, in here? It goes off on its own thing. But yeah, when you have POTS, it can make you pass out, of course, because your heart is overworked. So I have had times where I was like really dizzy, or I saw like black and stars, and I was really going to pass out, like that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm grateful I don't have that, but if I ever were to pass out, how funny would it be if Jason just put a pillow under my head and a little blanket there and was like, you fell asleep there this whole time. You ready to fucking get to work? Could you imagine? Yeah, I'm 190. That's worse than when I drink 5 Red Line Extremes in 3.5 hours. I'm surprised your heart didn't explode. It didn't, because it hit that max. It was like, you know what? I'm gonna hit 190. I'm gonna right back down. But when that happens, I usually have to like hold on to something or try to sit down. It happened recently. I think it was like on March 2nd or something like that. But usually, if I'm taking my medication, my heart doesn't get sometimes above like 162 when I stand. Also, that's only when I stand. I don't, of course I can't exercise because my heart is exercising for me. But yeah, my heart, when I do take my medication, can get to like 160 from like, I don't know, sometimes it'll be like 100 beats per minute while I'm looking at it and I'm like freaking out of breath. And then all of a sudden it's like, you know what, let's be 160 beats per minute. That's fun. It's really fun. The alcohol accepted in 2018. How do you sleep with such a high heart rate? It only happens when I sit to stand. So basically, when I'm at work, I'm not able to, we put our whole shop, we take it all down, nothing is left in the shop at night. And when we put it all back out in the mornings, you have to bend like up and down into the cases. And that was really fucking with my heart. And I told Jason, like, it's just really hard for me. And he's like, you know what? I think I can get that done faster. If you can do this, this, and this should help me out so we can get our business to open. And it's been working. He's been able to get like so much done. Like he can run circles around me. Whereas like, you know, my little heart's just like, But yeah, that's something fun I have to deal with. So on top of like dealing with the stress of people trying to ruin my business and doctors not listening to me, I have that heart health issue. But you know what's really great is that cannabis has saved a lot. Jason saved a lot. Especially him just pointing out, like, if you need to go smoke. Don't like feel like you shouldn't. Yeah, that's really good. I'm glad you don't have experience restlessness due to rapid heart rate. It's not fun. You can get panic attacks if you start feeling a little tired or feel so energized you can't contain the energy. Jeez, that is insane. Yeah, I have not had that happen. My heart rate does like jump, but it's not as drastic because I'm not standing. It's something to do, like POTS also affects your entire nervous system. So the last couple days I've had like a little bit of a flare and it feels like all of my nerves are like on fire. Today I was on TikTok and Jason and I talked about it. It was like D8 music or like bilateral music. Basically, it goes and it takes, you take your phone and you rotate it to, the position of horizontal, from landscape to horizontal. And then you like close your eyes and the music will play from speaker to speaker and you just follow it with your eyes, and that's the only thing that stops my brain from my ADHD, and my entire nervous system is just like, this is so nice. This is amazing. I should like look up, it's so relaxing that I should look up D8 music. I don't know what D8 stands for, but I know that's like a hashtag. But yeah, that is like the most amazing thing. The last 30 minutes of my day when I was laying in the back, I was like, you know what? I found a TikTok that had that bilateral music from like the right ear to the left ear, and it really calms me down. So the last 30 minutes when I was laying back there, 8D. Thank you, Jason. 8D, not D8. I'm dyslexic. But we can all laugh about it, and that's the best thing. Bi-neutral. Yes, I got that right. Whatever it is called. By something. It goes in between both, and I feel like I need to listen to that with headphones on. No? Neural, binaural. Look, okay, here's the thing. There's some brain damage up here. We all got some. How many of you used to hit your head against your hand against your head? How many of you have had a concussion? How many of you, for that concussion, were riding your husband's e-bike, going 16, 20 miles an hour, going, you know what, fuck the world. I just want to get home, with this brand new ring light box on my handlebar, and my knee hit the ring light box, so I was going straight, but when my knee hit the ring light box that was on the handlebar, it went boop, and so my head went da, da, and my hip landed all in the concrete, whereas my head hit the dirt. I'm pretty sure I might have lost a couple brain cells there. Which ones? Jason, how do I figure out which brain cells I lost? He said the left and the right one. Just kidding, he didn't. I've done both, and I've done worse than hit my head with my hand, but never the husband-wife one. I've been single most of my life, and it likely won't change. Concussions can really do brain damage, though. Yeah, and then I learned that I do have long hauler COVID, so I have like a lot of chronic health issues. I'm a snowflake, okay? I think I've accepted the fact that I'm right and they're wrong. No, I think I've just accepted the fact that I've done like extensive research into this, and my blood work says it, my heart rate says it, my body says it, so it's it. But yeah, so I have long hauler COVID. Back to that, I have long hauler COVID, and I know that also, I was reading into like all of these government studies and all of these studies just in general by like random hospitals and things like that, and it talks about how long hauler COVID can have damaged brain cells, and it's crazy. Yes, peanut butter and pickles is disgusting. Who the fuck are you pregnant? You're pregnant, Jason. He's for sure pregnant. Right? I think it is. Then again, I like, shoot. You know what? It's just time to smoke. Maybe. I've heard quite a few COVID strains can do that. Don't they all have the ability to cause brain damage? No, I don't want it on mine! Sandwich. But yes, I have heard that as well. Also, I recently found out that a lot of like the flus and I think even COVID SARS has been patented. You can't patent it anything unless it's man-made. Like you made it up. You invented it. So I have no idea. But there's a lot of conspiracies into it. I feel like a flying monkey got that COVID strain, came to my house, opened up my fucking window, figured out where I lived, and was like, bitch! And was like, while I was sleeping, with my mouth open, blood in my mouth. That's what happened. That's what happened. I'm just kidding. That sounds like people saying you can drink bleach to cure COVID. Oh my gosh, it's like, when COVID was first a thing, ivermectin was known to help people who have long COVID to like relieve some symptoms. So people who were getting COVID were buying ivermectin for horses and taking the horse equivalent amount of ivermectin to get rid of their COVID. Sounds like that. I've actually heard people say that no BS, LOL. Oh my gosh, holy shit, no. You know what? My parents think that COVID's like a joke. Joke's on them. They've had it a few times and they still think it's a joke. Anyways. What? Like put it out there? Oh. He says that people think that Biden put it out there. Parents? My parents think that Biden put it out there. Sorry. I can hear him down there. He should type it out. I've actually heard people say that oh sorry, you said that. Heard that one as well. Right? Isn't that crazy? I also did take ivermectin. Didn't take enough to notice anything, because when I finally found a doctor to prescribe me some, they were like, here's 3 tablets. Okay. Sounds great. I mean, a lot of aspects of it, like the toilet paper crap or the political drama that goes on instead of getting things done, makes you think this is a joke. Yeah, I do agree. It's all a joke. you look around and you're like, oh my god, this happened. It's a joke, right? No, it's not a joke. But like, it's actually happening.
Campus Credit Union, it's
Like, people are
actually
crazy.
way more than banking. It's about once-in-a-lifetime experiences.
And
the
I feel like
memories that last forever. It's about
something big is about to happen, kind of. But I don't know what.
It's
We're about to find out.
major milestones and all the moments in between. It's about you. And
Could you imagine if they got rid of TikTok? That's how I get all my news.
Okay,
Okay, I gotta smoke. Well, that was very disappointing. I gotta smoke one more bowl. That was too disappointing. I waited that entire time. Yeah, I think so as well. Tao, T-A-O. I don't know. Water, no longer. Oh, yeah. That's the type of water. No longer being safe to drink and water. Can you tell how bad my brain is bucking up? I would love to say it's the weed, but no, this is me on or off weed. I'm on it. I'm off weed. All right, Jason's probably like, come grab your shit. Come get your dinner. Make it. What you fucking doing? It's like becoming more and more common for there to be something wrong with pipes. So water companies have to shut off, and they tend to turn it on and not entirely fix the problem, so it leads to more problems. Speaking of, we're gonna have a plumber come out and change part of our pipe, so that'll be interesting to see. Cheers. Okay, my eyes, I don't feel like they're stoned. Like that red. But I'm gonna go get dinner. To be honest, I think it's because you're high. Your voice didn't change like how it did when you took that big hit, but you're taking, like you're a lot higher. Be careful with that. Sometimes plumbers are out for a quick buck. Great news, we rent, so it is all through our rental company, and the owner is taking care of that. Fingers crossed that all works out. But I see your eyes starting to form red tint, but almost not visible. See, yeah, pull me over, I dare you. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow around 8:30, same time. Bye guys.